Thank you, Katie. Yep, the following segment, sponsored by Graves McLain. Taking your kids to the playground, always a lot of fun, but also a good idea to be aware of any hazards which might result in an injury. Chad McLain, attorney with Graves McLain, is here with us once again this morning. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Okay, so first off, some of these numbers that you've given me are pretty staggering when it comes to children and playgrounds.
When we first started doing the research, it's pretty staggering. The 200,000 children 14 years old and younger going to the emergency room for injuries or accidents on the playground, and then 20,000 children a year with traumatic brain injuries is pretty staggering.
Yeah, it is. And you know, it's probably not something that you really want to think about when you're heading to the gathering place this summer, but there are a lot of outdoor activities right now. And so it's a good time to kind of give some parents some reminders, even though some of it might be information that you already know, but kind of give us some information on some of the things that we should look out for.
So one of the main things is usually the accidents are from falls. So you want to make sure that obviously we want to pay attention to the height of the playground equipment that the kids are playing on, but particularly the surfaces that are under the playground equipment. We want to make sure that it is impact friendly.
Yeah. It's
not asphalt or something hard that wouldn't absorb an impact. Most places that have been built in the past 8 or 10 years are going to have scientifically proven impact absorbent materials under them. For example, the gathering place and almost all the places that a kid could fall is going to have that impact absorbing material.
Maybe be mindful of the older playground areas and equipment. And as a personal injury attorney, you've seen some cases where the equipment really kind of played a role.
That's correct. So there are really two things that we've seen. One of them is going to be if the equipment itself is defective. That's a little less usual or unusual than if we see a defective installation or somebody just didn't put it together correctly. Sometimes the installation could be something that somebody just forgot to put a net up or something like that, and it's attractive to a child to go in a hiding place or to have another place to run. And so we've seen cases where the injuries were caused by that.
And in cases where injuries were caused by that, does that become the fault of the park?
Well, it depends. I mean, that's the famous lawyer saying. It kind of depends. Right. It's usually those kind of inquiries are very factually intense, and so it could be the landowner, could be the installer, and it could be the company that made the equipment. So,
and that's
or all
where
three.
You come into play.
That's correct.
You can help out.
We try to analyze that. That's right.
And as a parent, what can we do to keep our kids safe when we're out?
Well, the main thing is, you and I were talking right before the cameras came on about exactly what is the age when playground equipment becomes unattractive to our children. Both of us have kids in the 10 to 13-year-old age range, and that's about when it starts happening.
Yeah.
But the main thing you can do is just watch your children. Obviously, you want them to be on age-appropriate equipment. We don't want, a 3-year-old trying to climb on monkey bars that are 6 feet above the ground by themselves. And make sure we just watch them and guide them and like we're supposed to do.
Exactly.
Don't turn your head.
As we should. Not always happens for everybody. Thank you so much, Chad McLain with Graves McLain. 4137 South Harvard, 918-359-6600, gravesmclain.com. Also on Facebook.